What's up, guys? It's Shinobi here with another recap for race. And sadly, our win streak came to an end a couple wars ago. We had a 16 straight wins, and we were pretty hot. And we faced a pretty tough clan, Greek Alania, and really we fell a little short. We had a lot of good attacks, but just a couple mistakes here and there, and just had a lot of 90% one stars and stuff like that. As you can see from here, we had 82.95% destruction, where they had 81.7, but they got the stars they needed, and they whooped up on us. It was a tough war, it was a pretty close matchup. Like I said, we had a lot of destruction, had some good attacks, and just too many of us fell a little short, myself included, and broke our win streak. Then we had another war that we lost against the Kings of Persia, which is the one that I'm going to recap right now. That was a really close war. One we definitely should have won. Q came in with our last attack and tied it at 37-37, and we were up by I think 2% destruction. So it was looking really good. And then they still had two left, and they were smart. They didn't go for the bases. They went for they attacked the bases with the lowest percentage, and they were able to with a percentile. So a little disappointing, but it was a good war. It was fun, tough bases. We had 4 Town Hall 10s and a 9 Town Hall 8, whereas Town Hall 10s, Town Hall 8. So really, but you know, it happens. Some tough attacks, little misses here. A little short up top, starting their Town Hall 10s, whereas so that was a huge difference. Replay, so I'm gonna go out. We had like I said, 4. We had a lot get the 3 stars on those mid Town Hall 9s, and that's really not getting it on our first couple attacks with our own Town Hall 9s and having to use the 10s really takes away. You hope to only do that with the cases each war, but we really had to get after it on this one, and like I said, came down to the wire, and we just weren't able to pull it out. But let's check out this first replay from Swag. He had a cleanup here, number 8. Starts off with a pretty that whole side of the base, and a really key thing about this funnel is like our it really helps break things up, and you don't have to worry about pathing your hogs across that gap and potentially hitting spring traps and stuff like that. So starts a nice funnel, no problems. Heroes in it, the hound comes out. Uh, he does lose a few wizards, so we do have just a wizard in the Archer Queen down, but his strong. It's really a non-issue. That King's able to get in there and take out the Queen. The enemy King's still up. That quad Teslas really did some damage, and then he quickly and wisely starts that funnel of hogs. His kill squad goes down while they're still actually doing work, and he take out half the base while that Queen's still working. Largely drops two large groups. He saves a few hogs there for the bottom line, as you notice, to keep them from pathing across those jumbo giant bombs, which worked out nicely. And that way you're not losing a huge group. I think he only lost like 3 or 4, which is that's what you want. I mean, you're probably almost gonna have to sacrifice a couple for the double giant bombs. Hopefully, you don't have to lose any, but you should always plan on at least trying to get a couple in there to trip him and blow it up. So he does a nice job of that. The Queen through those Teslas nicely. when he saved that ability, and the rest is history. He worked around that base pretty well, and it was a little close at the end. Uh, it was a tough base, and he did a good taking care of business and getting it done. So cleanup, it was a nice 3 star. On low, um, a pretty tough base. He had a lot of defense. It took me quite a while to plan for this base. So I what I decided to do was set a couple hogs early to try to so I didn't have to worry about the pathing later on, and it worked out pretty good. Tesla in this gap or trip any traps, but I didn't get the Tesla, but it turned out all right. So then I start my funnel from the left side, and really just try to shoot right up the middle towards that town hall. Hopefully taking out both heroes and the CC at the same time. I have a few wizards walk on me here that I lose, which kind of stinks, but I was able to get the main portion of my kill squad up by the town hall, which worked out greatly. So, problem is that Hound has so much health, but Queen's kind of sitting back um, and doing some work there. The King is able to get in there deep. We already took out both of the heroes. He's working on that town hall and get most of these pups. A little scary, but I was like I said, both heroes and the CC done and the town hall. So got a lot of bang for the buck on the kill squad, which worked out nicely. Uh, and then I break up my hogs a little bit here. I was that double giant bombs over here by the expo, so I didn't want too many hogs running across. And luckily they split up nicely. And then they're a little thin, but with good healing and good pathing, I was able to keep them under the heal for the most part, and I was able to get them to work around the base. I would have liked to have a little more than that, but being that I sacrificed 4 at the beginning just to clear out some trash defenses, that's the price you pay. You got to be pretty careful with your healing and really a little bit of luck too to make sure everything makes it around the base. Um, and yeah, so it was a real tough base, but luckily I was able to pull off the 3 there. So and that's about it. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Ooh, Pan had a pretty nice attack here. Swag actually came up with the strategy for this, and Pan executed it perfectly. It was a really good attack. A tough angle to come in. That queen's so deep, but he's gonna come with the Valks, a few Valks, just to add some DPS on this kill squad, which works out real great. So he's got a lot of way to go. He needs that extra damage, and the Valks really help achieve that. And he starts working his way in. Obviously, his goal is to get to these 2 air defenses, because behind those, that's where the double giant bomb spot is. And like I said, with the help of he's able to get in there. And, luckily, jumps over, gets that queen aggroed and killed. King still got plenty of health. Trips that one giant bomb on one side, and both on that one side and a single on that side, which that's all you really need. You just don't them both at the same time with you, and then start groups working out with the defense spread like that. You get a small little clusters, works really well for the hog path, and that's exactly what he did. The clock actually kind of worked out in his favor on this one, because he had Valks, the ground troops. He didn't have anything really targeting that hound. He's able to just ignore it, and these hogs work around night. That hound's not going to do near to affect the hogs at all. And so, like I said, really ignore that hound, and helped with the cleanup, and then So it was just a really good planning by Swag, really great execution by Pan, and was a nice three star on a an arbitrary bracelet. So great job, guys. On I think I'll show y'all one more. Want to check out Waha's attack on. It was pretty good attack. Um, he starts with the left. Tough to pull that CC in the base, so he just which worked out the funneled in nicely. His queen's still doing a lot of work. So most of those defenses on that he goes ahead and starts with his hogs. Two large groups from the top under a heel. Queen's the way the defenses are spread out, she's not taking many damage, and now the hogs are coming in and distracting some of the defenses. Gets that second heel down nicely as soon as that bomb goes off, and luckily it was covering both those giant bomb spots, so that was perfect. And just starts working through the base. Does a nice angling with the hogs, and that queen still has plenty of health left to help with cleanup. Plenty of hogs left, and just a really well planned and executed attack by Mohaha. He's did a really good job. So the rest is all cleanup. So we did have several good attacks. Just not enough. We had to use our heavy hitters to come down a little bit and take care of business, which hurts a little bit, but um, you know we three-starred all the way up till six, which is really good. That's what you expect, and like I said, maybe just fell a little short up top with the town hall tens. But really close war. It was lot of we had a good time, but it sucks getting two losses in a row. That hurt our pride a little bit, so we really been getting after it, and luckily we got another one after the recap later. But I'll get in there and show a few of the good attacks that we have, so people can check them out and maybe learn a thing or two. So that's it. Shinobi signing out for Reddit Ace. Hope y'all enjoy it, and peace out.